Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Coming up on today's news, Mayor Justin Bibb had another successful town hall meeting in the community. Then we'll take a look back at the very successful St. Patrick's Day parade. And Cleveland has a new batch of EMS workers on the job thanks to their recent graduation. I'll tell you everything you need to know if you're flying for spring break this year. And later on, TV20's Errol Porter will show you how the game of golf is driving positive change within our community. But first, I recently sat down with Ward 2 Councilman Kevin Bishop to talk about the street improvements in his neighborhood. All right, joining me now is Ward 2 Councilman Kevin Bishop. We're going to be talking about some street repairs in his ward. Councilman, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Before we lay out what we're talking about with the streets, kind of give us an overview of your ward and what areas and communities we're covering here.
Well, my ward consists of Union Miles, a part of Mount Pleasant, and a part of Slavic Village as it stands today.
So in that area, which streets are you proposing improvements to? Well,
we're looking at Miles Avenue from 131st to East 93rd Street. And then we're looking at East 93rd itself, between Miles and Harvard. We have some schools in that zone, and we are very, very concerned about the safety of our children with the speeding cars and children walking home before and after school is just not a good mix. We want to slow things down, so we're looking at certain measures to make sure that we give the students the best opportunity to go to and from school in a safe manner.
You talking about the speed tables or something different?
Well, the speed tables, we cannot, well, the city has deemed the speed tables is not a good fit for the main streets. So we're looking at other calming measures, like we want to put a refuge island in and around our school on Miles Avenue. We want to put some bollards up for protected bike lanes, and we want to enhance crossings to make it safer for folks to cross the street and to ride bikes up and down the main street.
You know, also too, being the council person, you're a representative of the people in Ward 2. What are you hearing from them about the streets? What kind of input are you getting from the residents? You
know, I hear all the time, Councilman, these folks are speeding like it's no tomorrow. I mean, high rates of speed up and down our main corridors. And we have schools on our corridors. So it's been a priority of mine to come out with measures to slow traffic down and you know, just give people a calmness during school hours. That's mainly what my main concern is. During school hours, we got to slow the traffic down.
So very dangerous. I don't understand the driving at high rates of speed, but how have you been working with the police division in your ward to work with this as well?
Well, the police, the Cleveland police have given us some support, but we have to have measures. So when the police are not around, the cars will naturally slow down because it's safer to do so.
This is a very important to do because our children are really our future. It's very important to keep them safe. Talk about the importance of all these safety measures too.
Yes, yes.
Let's talk then about, are there any other street improvements that you're looking at? Or is it just that area?
Well, of course, during the budget reconciliation, we proposed to increase the amount of money we spend on our streets for side street resurfacing. We're going to increase it from 12 million to 20 million. That's a main priority of ours. I have, as chairman of municipal services, I was adamant about improving our streets and spending more money on our streets and make it a priority in the coming years.
Okay. How do you determine, though, which streets take that priority? You know,
so the city has had a study done, and they've rated streets, D and F streets, where, you know, like the A, B, C, D, and F ratings. So they kind of focus on your F streets and your D streets. So we want to pave the worst first, so to speak. So we all have a lot of F streets, and we have to start to tackle those F streets to bring our streets to adequate quality and where we feel safe to drive on.
So definitely more than just simple pothole repair in the springtime.
It's more than simple pothole repair. We're going to have to rip up some of these streets, and we're going to have to repave them.
So do you also get calls from your constituents that, you know, driving down this road, a tire blew out, or I hit a big whatever, and I dented my end. You hear about the damages to people's cars too?
Yes, I mean, folks get, I mean, we've all hit a couple chuck holes that we were really surprised to hit that we didn't see ahead of time. So I get those calls. I've also been getting a lot of calls for speed tables, what we have on our side streets. So in the plan, we also are going to lay out more speed tables to slow traffic down on our side streets.
Finally, Councilman, how can the residents share their feedback with you?
They can call me. They can call me 664-4945, or they can email me, kbishop@clevelandcitycouncil.org.
Councilman Kevin Bishop, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Great stuff to talk about.
All right, thank you.
Hey Cleveland, here's a quick wrap-up of the key decisions from the March 18th City Council meeting. Council approved the third reading of the city's 2025 budget, which must be approved by April 1st under state law. Council leadership and the mayor's administration agreed on amendments that added about $15.2 million to the general fund budget, including an additional $8 million for roads and resurfacing, the addition of 11 full-time EMS positions, doing more to invest in our youth, and the creation of a small business mentor protege, a position to help improve success outcomes for Cleveland small businesses, among others. Finally, a resolution was introduced sponsored by Councilman Kevin Conwell to strongly encourage the Cleveland Metropolitan School District to install school bus stop arm safety cameras to capture drivers who fail to stop when the bus stop arm is out and pass school buses that are loading and unloading children. The program would fine drivers who do not respect the bus's stop arm signals. That's your Cleveland City Council wrap-up for this week. Stay tuned to TV20 for more updates on how council decisions shape our city. Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb held another town hall meeting, this time at Max Hayes High School on Cleveland's near west side. Mayor Bibb arrived to a full house at Max Hayes High School with his cabinet of chiefs and directors in tow, ready to answer any and all questions from the crowd.
The second one involves the residents' first law that y'all have been bringing up. I just really could use some information on how y'all feel about currently being challenged on that law itself. Any response to that? And do you have a backup plan if this challenge actually succeeds?
The nearly 2-hour event saw the mayor fielding questions about safety and security, neighborhood, and other issues on the minds of the residents. The next mayor's town hall is scheduled for Wednesday, May 14th at 6:30 p.m. at the Clara E. Westrop Elementary School at 19101 Puritas Avenue. You can watch Mayor Bibb's recent town hall meeting on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. Well, it was a beautiful, albeit cold day to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in downtown Cleveland. TV20 Cleveland was your only source to view the whole parade as it marched on Superior Avenue. Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb was one of the many dignitaries waving to the crowds of green that lined up along the parade route. Numerous floats and marching bands also took part in the parade, along with some of the cutest dogs you ever did see. If you happen to miss TV20's production of the 2025 Cleveland St. Patrick's Day Parade, you can watch it right now on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button first. Coming up in the next episode of Welcome to Our Ward, we're heading to Ward 7, from the historic Huff neighborhood to the vibrant businesses and cultural landmarks that make this community shine. We're taking you on a journey through one of Cleveland's most dynamic wards. Join us as we meet the people, explore the places, and hear from Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones about the exciting developments shaping Ward 7's future. Don't miss the premiere on Tuesday, March 25th at 7 p.m. We'll be back with more TV20 news right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Crow, Director of the Office of Urban Analytics and Innovation. Last year, we launched the new 311, a centralized, non-emergency hotline and website that provides ready access to city services and information. Whether you live here, work here, or are just visiting, our goal is to make it easier for you to report non-emergency issues, either online or by phone. Think of us as the front door for your city services. See a pothole that needs to be fixed? Need a trash container? Discover a street light that needs to be replaced? You can call 311 or visit us online at clevelandohio.gov/311, and we will make sure your request gets to the right department. If you submit your request online, you can create an account and track the status of your request. This is your city, and with 311, you can help make Cleveland better for all of us.
Sisters of Economic Action, a movement for empowerment. For too long, women of color have faced systemic barriers to economic opportunity, financial literacy, and the connections that open doors. But that changes now. Sisters of Economic Action isn't just another networking group. It's a movement designed to shift the power dynamic, ensuring that women have the tools, resources, and relationships to thrive. It starts with networking, because sometimes the right introduction can change everything. Whether it's landing a contract, securing an investor, or stepping into a leadership role, we believe that access is power. Through warm, intentional connections, we're making sure women don't just have a seat at the table. They're invited, welcomed, and valued. Empower Her Hour is a space where knowledge is currency, and gatekeeping is a thing of the past. These power-packed sessions bring women together to share resources, business strategies, and financial insights. This isn't about a competition, it's about collective success. When one of us wins, we all win. And because economic freedom is the foundation of real change, Empower Her Finance is here to equip women with the skills to build generational wealth. From smart investing to financial independence, we're breaking down the barriers to economic empowerment and making financial literacy accessible, actionable, and transformational. This is more than a program, it's a movement, a revolution in how women of color access opportunity, build wealth, and support each other. If you're ready to take control of your future, Sisters of Economic Action is ready for you. Join us, get connected, take action, because the future belongs to those who claim it.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. A new group of EMS technicians and paramedics recently graduated and are now on the streets, dedicated to helping residents and visitors in their time of medical need.
I'm a son of a first responder, and I know firsthand the brave sacrifice that first responders have and make every single day. And so on behalf of our residents and on behalf of City Council as well, I want to just say thank you for choosing Cleveland. Thank you for signing up to join EMS. In many ways, you all will be one of the first examples to our residents of the power of local government, and a fine example to show people in our community that government can actually work for people every single day. So as we begin to take your oath of office, please don't forget how important this job is, what a noble profession public service is, and how you all were called to serve this great city in such a time as this.
Spring break is right around the corner, so I made a visit to Cleveland Hopkins International Airport to find out what you need to know before flying the friendly skies. Hey everybody, it's Dan Monroe with Hopkins Happening, and guess what? It's spring break time, baby! Here's what you need to know. Communication specialist Michelle Dinia knows all the ins and outs and tips and tricks about traveling through Hopkins Airport.
Spring break's starting a little bit later this year, so Easter's later in the year, so whereas we usually kick off in February, we're actually kicking off a little bit later in March this year. So things are a little bit later than usual, but we are still just as prepared as we usually are. TSA is going to be opening up their checkpoints about a half hour earlier to help with that morning push. It's a very common misconception that people think that the early mornings are not busy at the airport, when in fact they're the busiest, right? So we want people to get to the airport early, at least 2 hours for a domestic flight and 3 hours for an international flight. It's very important for people to understand if they're taking a bag through a security checkpoint, when you're packing, make sure you don't have any prohibited items in your bag. Any prohibited item you have or anything that can cause suspicion in a checkpoint is going to slow the whole checkpoint process down. So it's going to affect you and everybody behind you. If you go on TSA's website, they have a very helpful tool. There's an Ask TSA. They actually have a pretty extensive list of items. If you don't see it in the common items, there's a search function. You can search the item that you are inquiring about, and it'll tell you if it can go and check versus carry on. If you have something that's so off the wall that it's not actually on the website, they're very responsive through their social media, through their Ask TSA. So there's many different avenues you can use to find out if an item can or can't go through a checkpoint, or if it can even go in your carry-on versus your check luggage.
Michelle also has a 411 on parking at Hopkins.
We have the parking garage has the ability to reserve your parking spot as long as it's more than 24 hours in advance of your flight. So if you're worried about parking, which it will fill up, particularly this time of year, if you're worried about parking, go onto our website and you can reserve a spot in the parking garage. Check our website before you leave to come to the airport. You can check the status of your flight. You can check the status of parking. You can check the status of the checkpoint so you can see how long the wait times are. All these tools are very beneficial when you're planning on coming out to the airport. So you know ahead of time, kind of a know before you go, just so that you're aware and you can have a backup plan, particularly for parking.
One thing about flying out of Hopkins, there are many cost-effective airline options to get you to your spring break destination that won't break your budget.
That's the bonus of having these ultra low-cost carriers is it's making those quick flights down to Florida to visit family or just to get away for a quick spring break trip much more affordable. People used to choose to drive, and who wants to be in a car for a day and a half driving to Florida when you can just hop on a flight for $50 a person and drive and take a flight down and have a couple days, even if it's just a weekend, to get away and get some sunshine.
It is spring break. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to hop on a flight right now. It looks like I'm going to fly to Alaska. I'm flying to Alaska for spring break. Hey, for TV20, this is Dan Monroe. Hey, I hear Alaska is nice this time of year. We'll be right back after this.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Imagine being able to read, but not fully understand what you're reading. For many adults, this is reality. It can mean misinterpreting instructions on a medication bottle, or only grasping part of a bill, like how much they owe. Many recognize the problem, but they don't know where to begin. That's where Seeds of Literacy comes in. We're a nonprofit offering one-to-one tutoring for GED prep and basic adult education. But we're nothing like traditional programs. Our approach is entirely individualized, meeting each adult learner at their personal academic level. Students work at their own pace, on their own schedule, and attend as often as they like, even if that varies from day to day. Tutoring is available 3 times a day, 4 days a week, flexible enough for any lifestyle. And best of all, we're free. We provide materials, practice tests, and tutors at no cost to our students. Our volunteer tutors are the heart of our program, making free, personalized instruction possible. With new students joining every week, we urgently need more tutors. If you're 18 or older with a diploma or equivalent and have a passion for helping others, you can make a difference. No teaching experience? No problem. We provide all the training. Plus, the schedule is as flexible as our students. Visit seedsofliteracy.org/tutor to volunteer and change lives today. If you're ready to brush up on your skills or work towards your GED, register for our free tutoring program at seedsofliteracy.org/student. And to keep our program free for adults in need, visit us at seedsofliteracy.org/donate.
Are you a high school student or an adult in Greater Cleveland dreaming of a rewarding career? A college degree or professional credential can pave that path, and College Now Greater Cleveland is here to guide you. We offer free personalized advising, helping you navigate the complexities of higher education, from exploring career options and choosing the right college to applying for financial aid and scholarships. We're with you every step of the way. And even after you enroll, we'll continue to support you to overcome any obstacles to graduation. Did you know a 4-year degree can boost lifetime earnings by 84%? More than just money, it opens doors to secure jobs and more financial opportunity over the course of one's lifetime. Right here in the city of Cleveland, our college and career advisors work in each high school in the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. And for adults looking to start a new career, College Now can help you re-enroll, removing financial barriers so that you can succeed at any age. Take the first step to a brighter future. Visit collegenowgc.org. Find us on social media or call 216-241-5587. Everyone deserves the chance to pursue their educational goals. Your path to success starts now.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Finally, we're diving into a story that showcases how golf can drive positive change within our community. The Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund is an initiative that is truly making a difference for young golfers. Here's TV20's Errol Porter with the story about this incredible program.
Thanks, Dan. I'm Errol Porter reporting for TV20, and in my opinion, golf is the greatest game on earth, and it's also an opportunity. And one group that's been providing opportunities for youth right here in Cleveland, Ohio for the past 45 years, the Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund. The Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund was founded in 1989 by William Horton Sr. His group developed a 10-week golf instructional program that started out with 21 young people. Since that time, the organization expanded its golf instruction program to include a 16-week summer program that meets weekly on Saturdays, May through August, at selected Cleveland Metro Parks golf courses. I got a chance to speak and observe the impressive skills of 9-year-old Genesis Rivers, who started the program when she was only 5 years old.
I was a little bit interested in it. I had to get a little bit of practice with it because I didn't like my shots yet. But as I practiced more and more over the years, they've gotten better and better, and I'm very interested in it.
The mission of the Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund is to provide a comprehensive golf program that nurtures the development of youth by instilling life skills and promoting higher education. A true testament to their mission is past alum Jason Klotman, who started the program when he was 10 years old and went on to have a successful college golf career.
I think a lot of times golf has a financial barrier to entry. This program helps remove that barrier when it comes to us as African Americans. That's the most important, I think, because so many kids will not have the opportunity to play golf if we didn't have this jump start with this particular program. Everybody's not a member of a country club. Everybody doesn't have these financial means to get clubs, to pay for green fees. And this program provided that particular avenue for kids to learn how to play and then go off to college and play.
We had a great time here dealing with some of the members of the Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund. And if you want to get your kids involved, just go to the website below. I'm Errol Porter, reporting for TV20. We are Cleveland. Back to you, Dan.
That's a great story, Errol. Thank you very much. You know, we are constantly uploading new content on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. You can also connect with TV20 Cleveland on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.